Welcome to my studio, Lara's Lab. I'm Lara Myers, and if you come to my studio, you will see some small snippets of some massive art installations that I've created. So right now you're seeing, this is a little snippet from my necklace project, which was stories that I collected from women about their experiences with sexual harassment and discrimination. I collected stories and then I made necklaces out of the stories. Another project that I have a tiny snippet of is the project about immigration and human displacement. Taking something sweet and putting something shocking on them, just the juxtaposition of the two. And then the tags have information on them about the different issues. So for instance, this tag has the driving directions to the nearest detention center. This is a project, my pandemic project. Each one of these sheets represents one day, and each one of these stitched knots, you can see that they're three-dimensional. You can see that they're stitching. Each knot represents one person who died in California from COVID-19. And the tag on each sheet shows the date and how many people died on that day. And then that number is the same number of French knots. And then each roll hanging down represents 1 week. And I already have enough stitched to fill 90 feet of wall space. Then the lips on the wall are about the Electoral College, using the data from the 2016 election. I wanted to see what it would look like if, instead of awarding electoral votes in each state on a winner-take-all basis, if we did it proportionally. So if a state had 10 electoral votes and one candidate got 60% of the vote and the other got 40% of the vote, right now, the person who got 60% of the vote would get all 10 electoral votes. But there's nothing saying that we can't do it proportionally, which would mean the person who got 60% would get 6, and the person who got 40% would get 4 electoral votes. So what I did is, first thing I did is everything that went to the Republican candidate in 2016, I stitched shut with red X's. Everything that went to Clinton, I left blank. And to show the change, if we switch to proportional, anything that would switch from him to her, I undid the stitching, the X's, and let the string hang down. And anything that would switch from her to him, I started stitching shut with red X's and left the needle in. And they are laid out in a grid of the United States. So you can look at a map, a grid map that I made, and you can identify where each state is. This project is a participatory project, just like the necklace project was. And it's the childhood homes we lived in when we were 10, drawn from memory alone. And so I had people draw the house they lived in when they were 10, but left off anything they couldn't remember. So you'll have little drawings that are missing roofs or windows or other little architectural features. And then I recorded a story. Each person told me a story about their house. And on the back of these little blocks is a QR code that you can scan, and you can actually hear the story that the person told me. So that's what you can see if you come to my studio, and I would love to chat with you and see what you think about them, see if the message is clear, and if so, like how it's clear, what's working for you, what's not working for you. That's a very important part of my process, to interact with you and see if the information I'm trying to communicate is getting through. So yes, I hope to see you sometime at Lara's Lab.